If you've ever felt like your day gets hijacked by emails, urgent requests, random pings, or things you didn't plan for, this episode is going to change everything for you. Welcome to Get Organized at Work. I'm your host, Kayla Fahey-Ahrndt, healthcare leader, mom of 3, and your go-to guide for ditching the chaos and taking control of your workday. This is the show where we turn overwhelming to-do lists into clear, actionable plans so you can crush your goals and show up as your best self at work and in your life. Whether you're here for strategies to stay ahead or systems to simplify your workday, you're in the right place. Let's get organized, have some fun, and make this year your best year in your career yet. Let's dive in. Hello. Welcome back to Get Organized at Work podcast. I'm Kayla. I'm your host. Today, we're talking about unplanned work, why it's the number one reason you feel behind, why your systems aren't actually broken, and how to fix it using a super simple visual system. And also a quick heads up, inside my community, I'm going to be dropping a plug and play Kanban board template that could work inside your ultimate OneNote Hub template if you have it, Microsoft Teams Planner, or honestly anywhere where you can create Kanban boards. So with that, go grab it in the show notes and join us there. All right, let me paint you a picture. You start your day with a plan. You've got your priorities and your OneNote is looking amazing. And then someone Teams messages you, a quick meeting gets added, a short question turns into 45 minutes, and something breaks. Leadership asks you for something ASAP, and suddenly your entire day is gone. Can you relate? Here's the kicker. It's not that you're disorganized, and it's not that your system isn't good. It's that you're not accounting for all of your unplanned work inside your system. So let's talk about that. What is unplanned work? Unplanned work is anything that wasn't on your plan for the day or week, shows up unexpectedly, or demands your attention right now. And from the book, Making Work Visible, which y'all know I love because I've shared it so much on this podcast, and I'm sure you love it too, unplanned work steals time from planned work, creates unpredictability, and reduces your ability to deliver results. And here's the thing. It's the reason you feel reactive instead of proactive. And on this podcast, you know that we're trying to work towards being more proactive leaders. By the way, if you want the Making Work Visible book, I will include a link to it in the show notes because you won't regret picking it up. So why does this matter? Let's look at it at a leadership level. This is where we elevate beyond productivity. Because as a leader, unplanned work doesn't just affect you, it affects your team. It creates conflicting priorities, too many interruptions, too many meetings, and no time for that improvement work. And ultimately, it can lead to burnout for you and your team. All right, here's the big shift that when I heard it, it changed everything for me as an individual contributor and a leader. You've got to make your work visible. The shift is this: you cannot manage what you cannot see. Most leaders and professionals try to quote unquote handle unplanned work mentally. They juggle it and they just think, I'll just take care of it. But that doesn't work. Instead, you need to visualize it. And that's where Kanban boards come in. Now, I've talked about Kanban boards before on my podcast, and it's simply a visual management system with columns where each column has a heading. A simple Kanban board is just to do, doing, and done. That's it. But here's where it gets really powerful. You can layer in the types of work in each column. So each project or task gets its own tag or categorization. It can be color coded. Each type of project can have its own color, or you can just simply add a descriptive tag. Now, in the book, Making Work Visible, they have 4 categories in their example. One is the unplanned work, and it's a yellow category. Number 2 is maintenance work, and that is green. And the third one is business requests, and that's blue. And team improvements is the 4th one, and it's a red category. Now, unplanned work is anything that comes about that was not planned. It's something that has to happen in order to make the business continue. For example, maybe in their book, the example they give is a broken website. People can't log in. And so they've got to stop the planned work like maintenance or business requests or team improvements to do that unplanned work of fixing the website. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes unplanned work isn't necessary, but it's just things like, oh, this could be a good idea. Or your boss has something they want you to do that adds value to them, but maybe not to your team. This can be categorized as unplanned work. So you and your leader and your team can see your work in a mix. You can see the different types of planned and unplanned work instead of just a giant messy list on paper or in your head. So imagine this. You're looking at your visual board and realizing half of your doing column is unplanned work. Your improvement work never moves and your business priorities are stuck. That is not a time problem. It's a visibility problem because, again, you can't manage what you can't see. Once you see it, you can start to manage it and help prioritize it, make better decisions around which work your team can complete now and which work is deferred. I talk a lot about my success formula on the podcast. It's self-awareness plus intention equals proactiveness to strategic results. Having a fully integrated visual management system, including unplanned work, helps you create better awareness of everything you and your team is working on, which leads to being more intentional with your decisions, your choices, your work time. And again, this makes you a more proactive leader and you can drive better strategic results. Okay, so here's what I've been building, and I'm super excited to share about this. It's a Kanban system template that can directly plug into your OneNote Hub or be recreated in Planner or anywhere where you can use Kanban boards. And I've given you sort of an outline of the different types of Kanban boards that can fit for different situations, like this one that includes unplanned work. It uses color-coded work types and pre-built categories, simple board views, and optional expanded doing stages like prep, implement, review, sustainment. Here's the thing. Most people overcomplicate their Kanbans at first. They add extra columns, they over color code, they try to make it super pretty. And that's awesome. But the point is to make it simple and streamlined. Or some people never set it up at all because it becomes a little bit intimidating. So with these templates and ideas, I want to make this ridiculously easy for you to get started and to use it more to help you rather than to kind of keep you stuck. All right, if you do nothing else after this episode, do this. You can take a piece of paper and track your unplanned work for a week. Just write it down. So anytime something comes up that wasn't planned, keep track of it. You can create 3 columns: to do, doing, done. And you can just mark these things down. Is this on deck? Is this something you have to work on right away? Did it get completed? You can add colors or labels, categories, whatever you want to do. You can use highlighters. You can keep it super simple. And just start looking for patterns. This is where the magic happens. Are these works being assigned by the same person? Is it the same type of work? Maybe it's a segmented piece of your work that should be built in. We should start to anticipate it rather than it feeling unplanned. This is going to help you be more intentional and aware of what's hitting your team's docket every single week. The last thing I'll say is I want you to know you're not behind. Sometimes we're just working in systems that don't show us the full picture yet. But once you see it, everything changes. You can stop reacting and you can start leading, and you can create space for what actually matters. So if you want my plug and play Kanban templates and a walkthrough for how to use it inside OneNote or Teams, come join us inside the community. I'll have a link for that inside the show notes or in the description below. And if this episode helped you, I would love it if you sent it to a leader or colleague who might be feeling overwhelmed right now. All right, I will see you in the next episode of Get Organized at Work podcast. See you later. Bye.